Alright, looks like we're getting ready. Now, both teams going with a mixed composition.
Well, it does seem again that the recons are back at it again. Majestic and Crocodile, or well, in this case, Jungle, being the recons against Synthetic also is the recon of the last match or last map. So it seems like everybody's trying to keep their stance, trying to work it out. And there's already vent utilization from Jinrai's side. I appreciate that a lot. First encounter in the construction.
Majestic gets Miso from the vents. That's putting their recon down. After a quick encounter with Zombie on the first floor, who as a support was able to tank the damage.
Majestic is pushing for the ghost here, trying to come back from the construction, or maybe not, just doing a 180 going back. I'm not exactly sure what his agenda is.
Tipkin and PJR fighting in the office.
I think Majestic is trying to go on a hunt here, like Jungle is right now. Ooh, very daring jump here from Majestic, taking a lot of damage to get through that window. They're definitely on the hunt, trying to be async from the ghost, as to not be
PJR
expected.
just runs past Tipkin.
Ooh, it seems like both attempts of trying to flank did not succeed, leaving one ghost carrier with 2 people to protect it.
Oh, but Jungle coming up the back stairs. Might be able to get the jump on them. Oh, he finds Merit in server white, or long white hall, and gets the first round.
They got the flankers, which was a really good entry into that, but it seems like the moving forest that came in afterwards, just with their position being revealed, was enough to turn the tide yet again. It always seems like when they get an entry, they can't follow up with it. It's kind of unfortunate. You kind of need a good plan to like keep the train going once you start. It's the same problem we had yesterday. We had a lot of entry frags coming in from Bonk, but they just couldn't commit to it to make use of that.
I mean, on top of losing 8-0 that quickly last map, their morale must be suffering. A couple of them waiting on the roof.
We got Majestic infesting the construction, trying to extend their reach a little bit. Jazz checking their back in construction. Synthetic trying to dare a drop from the wrong side, and you commit suicide, jumping off, slipping off the geometry. What an unfortunate jump.
Onto the roof and gets Zombie. But Zombie takes him down to 10 HP as he starts to push big stairs. Catches Stipkin on top of the elevator.
That drop was so devastating. It's going to be so hard to come back from that, considering Merit is the only person left in the meantime. Directly facing Milk, support, big buffed up on the stairs. No way he can stop that. How unfortunate.
Yep, quite the shame there. So I guess he bounced off the edge of where that Tachikoma is on the skybridge?
He dropped from the side that people don't expect. He was next to the sign, tried to drop behind the Tachikoma indeed, but he landed on the slope and he just slid off. And there's nothing he can do. Well, it seems like he doesn't want to risk it again, swapping from recon to the heaviest class. He's now on support, trying to give a little bit of a sideline help with that shotgun. Maybe for the best.
You should point out that Merit is the only person with any XP on the Renruka side so far.
Majestic once again facing it out in the lobby, out of all places. Very interesting place to fight. Merit just following up. It is the trade that they need. Now make use of that trade. Try to get, just another kill to extend your reach. You have to do something here. You're exposed. As I said yesterday, overload the ghost carrier. Don't play into a group into the ghost carrier, but try to split up a bit. That way he has to call 2 different directions at the same time.
Looks like they're pushing towards the office. PJR at the head, and he catches Lamfada.
Good trade through the window here.
Gets the double kill on Zombie, but is traded by Dipkin. Retraded by Jungle. pushes into the elbow, runs out of ammo, and Merit finally gets jungle. It's his first death.
Purpoise is pushing up. This is gonna be intense. The table was a really good utilization of his cover here, but Purpoise was so quick to react and get a gun, considering he was the ghost carrier that... Yeah.
Could have gone anyone's direction there.
Teams remaining very consistent here on NSF's side. It seems like Synthetic is feeling comfortable yet again to go back to recon, even though what happened 2 rounds ago. Will he take the roof again? I'm not sure, but we shall see. Let me take a quick look here.
You see Renruka's first corporal, so Merit. Staying on assault, though.
Synthetic is pushing into the vents instead. Definitely a safer approach. Not much can go wrong here unless he's going to be taken at face value by someone else.
Some fighting in columns. Porpoise is able to kill Dipkin before he throws his nade down the stairs.
Purpoise was in a really disadvantageous spot for that fight too. A grenade into suicide could have turned the tide.
Merit catches Majestic from the supply room behind the stairs to columns.
Purpoise just getting that grenade on Lamfada here. Really nasty stuff going on in the annex and the suicide. It's just strong.
Milk seems to have dropped down and killed Zombie, who was waiting on the first floor.
So Miso is going to be their wild card here, having a chance of getting the drop being in the vents. Merit just can do a lot of damage with that Super, as we know that this area might not be the best to fight with. The shotguns on Rise are just such good leverage. Sadly, it can't be translated into any kills, but Synthetic does get the drop to follow up.
He's down to 5 health, though.
What I would do here, very good position, first of all, but I wouldn't engage. The problem here is, he's the only person 5 HP facing a total of over 100. Oh, Purpoise did not realize, but Jazz.
Neither does Milk. PGR doesn't know.
What's going on? That was such a close call.
If he had any more health, I think he would have killed the entire team there. Very good play.
That was such a devastating move. He could have turned that around. They were taking so long to catch on. It took 2 people and almost 3. Fantastic attempt with 5 HP nonetheless. Higher firepower, and he probably would have turned that around in his favor.
Exactly.
Well, if anything was a good buff of boost, Miso can definitely feel good about that. Oh, Crocodile daring a little bit of a push behind the Tachikoma in the tunnel. And it seems like Zombie's covering the tube, so this is going to be interesting to see play out. We got DF hunkering down in construction here. Close to the ghost.
Miso does to that pre-nade from Porpoise into small construction.
It also does seem like DF has made their move into the window area. Zombie not catching that. Ooh, Zombie now part of the mess. Everything's kind of a weird crossfire against him. 2 on the stairs, a nade would devastatingly take them both. But Merit coming in with a counter before they can.
Zombie support MPN there. Interesting.
It seems like they swapped the guns just last moment, because I swore he was sitting there with a different gun to cover the tube before.
Lamfada also has an MPN.
Merit at the evening of the scoreboard here, or not the scoreboard, but like the current standing, they have to make use of that. Turn it in your favor, you gotta do something.
Jungle on the first floor going up column stairs.
They're just sitting here. They're not really committing too much right now. Both teams just looking around here and there. I don't like that they're both holding out in the stairs. It's just too dangerous of a position to be in if you're going to play defensive.
I mean, 1 grenade goes there and they're both down.
Yeah, a really good bounce can get them both. I mean, it's stairs and it's source, but that's definitely not a good reason to be sitting there either.
Lamfada tries to push. Kind of gets the drop, but that MPN doesn't let him get the kill. He retreats back.
This 3v3 is playing out with a higher chance of a timeout by the second. It
so
seems like
close.
Renruka is committing to the Ghost here. Ghost was picked up briefly, if I saw correctly. Zombie looked away, but catch him last moment. That flick. But he's being pinned down by Crocodile. Milk coming in from the other side.
Down to Lamfada.
Lamfada definitely doesn't have enough firepower here. Also MPN. Very confusing what's going on with these guns.
The 2v1 with Jungle calling.
Oh, what a mess. I'm running
Jungle
out of
gonna
ammo
go
to try
for
to
the
follow
knife.
up. Lampada also out of
Jungle
ammo.
goes for the knife and gets the kill.
Oh, harsh. Both of them ran out of ammo at the same time. And I don't think dropping down the elevator out of all places was the best idea to do this. Maybe he hoped to be out of line of sight long enough for them to lose him, but...
I think what he was trying to rely on was Jungle to go down the elevator, whereas he stayed on top.
And it also seems like the MPNs are completely flushed out of the team at this point. They're still swapping guns, but definitely a better idea to take the SRM over the MPN. Miso has the shotgun. This could be a big play. Already on the Ghost too, so if there is a way to make leverage out of this, it might be the Ghost and the shotgun right here. They might be attempting to push down a roof at the same time too.
But Milk is watching from the bottom and does catch Merit.
Jazz Robots is just working his way past the Ghost to go on the rooftop, getting caught in that meat grinder of an elevator. They still come out on top even though they had the disadvantageous position and get an increase of 3 kills in their favor. Miso now catching up, getting the back flank from the Ghost.
Yeah. Oh, he has an MX now and runs right into Jungle. We didn't see him.
He traded firepower for even bigger firepower. He's on the Ghost. He could make use of that. Don't pick it up though.
It's a
Bad
2v1
timing on
here.
that.
I mean, he probably could pick it up, get a quick drop, quick look, and then drop it. See if he hears beeps at the very least.
Well, right now it seems only Milk is slowly inching towards the construction from briefing. Majestic now catching up with him. The firepower on Majestic increased. I think he just had a ZR Carabine just a little bit ago. Actually, no, Milk has that, so I might be mistaken. Majestic now inching into the building site. Ooh. That speed of a speed hop just caught Miso a little bit too late. And
almost gets Majestic, though, down to 13 health. Valiant effort.
Well, it's once again very one-sided. They're 7 rounds in. We got 6 rounds already. There's going to be a lot of work that they have to do in order to catch up. Well, we're popping off here with a lot of firepower, of course, from DF with their sergeants going up against 3 corporals and 2 privates. It's going to be a rough one. Miso, once again, I think, equipped with a shotgun, trying to do some damage here. Actually, no, that is actually silenced in the vents.
Merit dies on the sky bridge.
Already a big disadvantageous position. 2 people lost.
I'm thought of holding those column stairs. Corpus picking up the Ghost. Gets shot from the vents, but doesn't kill him. Down to 11 HP.
This is really big, though. They're focused on the vents. They had their eyes there for a solid about 7 to 8 seconds. That would have been the perfect time. Miso trying to go for a big flank here, but there's so many people coagulated up into the server room that it's impossible to find the entry.
I thought I get shot in the sword.
Yeah, Majestic just following up here. Zombie trying to go for a last stand, but it's impossible. Match point, yet again.
7-0 in favor of DF. Renruka looking a little more balanced with the 3 corporals, but definitely not able to take on 3 lieutenants easily.
It's once again a lieutenant sergeant situation. This time they have corporals on the board, but what does that do? If they're not going to pick support, they're not going to get extra firepower. That's worth noting either.
Exactly. They don't even have a single support this time.
Oh yeah, well, they got the entry. Purple's feeling comfortable behind the glass. It's not a luff coming from Suicide. Oh, Zombie falling upwards with Majestic. Getting traded with Bitkin dying though, but they got the advantage.
Oh, grenade on Milk. Misses him. Source stairs.
Oh, they're back on the even. But they definitely got something going for them. Miso with the wildcard push right now, once again trying to come from server.
Looks like Zombie was able to steal an AA-13 from DF.
Force Engine at its finest, the grenade flipped into the server cabinet, keeping Miso at full health. They don't expect that, and it gets traded.
Jungle getting the quick double kill on the other two, though.
Miso has a good chance here. This is big. Crocodile has a single point. Sure, Robots is 100%, but if Miso can get a good drop on him, and they're about to clash, he's even looking the right way. Miso coming in, trying to get him. Perfectly
PGR
coming in
goes
from
down.
behind.
This is a 1v1.
Crocodile has the advantageous position. He can have a good overlook over the building site. With Miso's firepower, though, one single shot, it doesn't matter with what, will kill him.
But keep in mind that Jungle has that A13. One shot from that distance could probably kill Miso.
That's true. It is a tough situation. The moment Miso grabs that ghost, Crocodile, aka Jungle, will just try to come in really hard. It's in reach, but it's enough time for him to spot him. This is not the time to slack. He's doing it. He's picking up the ghost and he's getting a move on. And with Jungle looking the wrong way, he did not hear the beep. You don't hear the beep if you're looking the wrong way. He might not realize this.
Oh, and Miso
Synthetic
looks.
Miso realizes he's looking up and he's getting the kill. First win for Jinrai on the board, actually making a
Good
turn.
job. He must be real happy about that.
Look at him. He is completely going apeshit. I can only imagine what he must be feeling right now. This is what they need. This was a very creative play. Very lucky for him that, you know, the beep couldn't be heard. He didn't look at it. So that means he just had an easy, quick acquiring of the target. Amazing play there. This is what they need. They need to make big flanks and big pushes here. Try to pick him off. Try to take the group apart before it can really get a move on. What a play. Let's see if they can follow up. One holding the teeth, another one already spreading out in the server room.
Zombie is able to hit Jungle as he runs into the lobby on the first floor.
Been already down. Quick trade for Majestic going down. They're trying to keep the numbers even. Ooh, Purpoise coming in. Lymphata has no chance here. Really good position to catch him trying to get away. But Miso already on the move, getting to that choke point really quickly with that Jide. Very careful peek here. I would have picked the vents. He's going in hard. Going for that ghost. Ooh, Miso actually gets the ghost carrier. Ghost is down in construction. He's going back to check. Milk all by himself on the ghost with Jungle trying to come in from the other side.
I don't know if they know where Jungle is, though. Oh, there might be a clash right here. Zombie's able to shoot at him. Doesn't hit him, though.
50. What a weird position they're both in. They're going to have to look out for a lot of places that they could come from here.
Jungle gets cut off with that smoke, so he's forced to push along light. 19 health. Zombie's able to push at him.
Oh.
No, does he? Exactly.
They're
Walks
going
right past
in.
Milk.
Ghost on the move. Milk has to follow up. Milk being the support, they can't catch him. This is going to be a capture for the Ghost. This is big. They're going to have a lieutenant. They're going to have a lieutenant on the board, and that's all they need. The Synthetic Miso can distribute the firepower, just use it for himself.
That also brings Lymphata to Corporal. Not from the Ghost cap, but from the points.
This is exactly what they need. They need to bring back creative plays, good flanks, taking apart the group. This is exactly what should be happening, or should have been happening the entire time.
They can now fully use like the MX on everyone if they really wanted to, which will definitely give them at least more of a chance against a 4-lieutenant stack team.
What a wild ride this is. This might really be what they need. Soften up a little bit the morale of the enemy.
Let them get, or sorry, they're getting complacent there, letting Renruka win rounds. Letting their smaller snowballs get rolling.
I'm really tense here. I'm just trying to figure out what could be the play here. I mean, they got the info. Majestic just going for the cap here, though. What is going on? What is happening? This could be a little bit tricky here. Yep, they just completely ignore him, and he's going towards the. Oh!
Good
That
nade
grenade
from
just-
Merit.
Throwing a stick into the car. What is going on?
2v2 here. Milk pushing up on those stairs.
Oh, they must
Opposite
feel
of
so
Merit.
relieved. That was a crisis averted. Seconds before it could really come into swing. We got rooftop gang against stairway gang to rooftop. The problem is,
Milk using
Jinrai
his
has
smoke
to
to
actually
push up
commit.
as Jungle takes the.
Dipkin in the advantageous position, going down. Milk going down here. Crocodile from the other side catches the recon. They know where he is. It's not a recon. I'm sorry, an assault. Crocodile going out for the commit. He could get pincered here.
And a lot of
Checking
people
and
don't
checking.
expect that.
Merit looking the wrong way. He could get caught from behind. He's not looking there. Oh,
Oh no.
Dipkin.
Oh, but Dipion's got the angle. You should be able to see him. And
Our
the
quick
capture.
retrieval of the ghost, just neglecting it for a second too long.
Was that a? Well, I'm confused as to why they brought the ghost there, but nah, that's that. That's second
They
game.
didn't bring the
8-2.
ghost there. Majestic was bringing the ghost so close to cap, and it was stopped by a throw from Merit.
Oh, right.
Merit threw the grenade, perfectly cutting them off, but it was not enough.
Well, that's it. That's GG. 8-2 on the second map.
What a wild ride.
I mean, that ending was pretty exciting, I gotta say.
This could have been set into swing for them to catch up on points and get at least one more lieutenant on the board, and that would have been enough to rival that firepower. Absolutely wild.
Definitely one of the more exciting ends that we've seen so far.